criminology students gearing up towards innovation and transformation. To our Board of Judges, school heads, faculty members, coaches, and educators, and also to my fellow contestants, a pleasant day to all of us. Lend me your ears, our iconic words said in front of a pulsating Roman crowd. Mark Antony could not have said it better. Today, allow me to utter these words again. Lend me your ears, because my time is fleeting and borrowed, whilst I cannot allow my message to drift into oblivion for failing to capture the ears of the audience for what it is worth. For the keen observer, it is no secret that the present-day challenge of educators is to lead a revolution of thinking, to effect a critical shift in the way people see the world, but shaping an entire discipline of thought to conform to a singular vision demands an extraordinary commitment. In the case of criminology profession, the question is, to whom do educators owe the commitment to shape the future? Beyond the vision, academia owes it to the Filipino people, standing as an independent nation when the 1987 Philippine Constitution and the Declaration of State Policy, Article 2, Section 20, recognizes the indispensable role of the private sector in nation building. Thus, from a purely academic pursuit, the Declaration brings and engages the singular vision of organizations into the broader arena of social responsibility, transcending the boundaries of independent interests to take active participation in the task of social reformation. Today, as the nation reels in criticism of its handling the anti-drug campaign, academia should be the first to realize the significance of the brewing situation. More importantly, on how its graduates perform under pressure. Unfortunately, it engenders more questions than the portent of things could provide definitive answers. But to take the first step of retrospection, one has to consider these questions. Number one, are the things happening inside the classroom still relevant in the real world of law enforcement? Number two, do educators need a totally different and radical approach in developing future members of law enforcement? And number three, have educators misunderstood the current demands to combat the new phase of criminality? As a powerful medium of psychological change, education must take the lead and be intentional in its desire to provide a different perspective of action, especially at a time when the clamor in the streets requires a different type of engagement to resolve criminality that is growing in sophistication. When ordinary people begin to speak and paint a disturbing narrative, it only means one thing, that there is a problem. From the standpoint of social responsibility, this is an opportunity for educators in particular and schools in general to forge a singular vision that will securely transform and shape the criminology profession to effectively respond against lawless threats in the future. Technology, despite its limitless potential to fight crime, is helpless against the threat of human corruption. Most importantly, standing alone, technology cannot be relied upon to perform according to its design capability without the expertise of an intelligent operator. Therefore, in law enforcement, human factor remains to be the most critical element in the fight against crime. The human mind is irreplaceable by the mere availability of technology, and it is the standard by which reasonable actions are measured. To control the mind gives you the power to influence behavior that will ultimately shape the natural conduct of actions. This is where the challenge lies for academia, to be able to shift a whole set of thinking that is rooted to the idea of service before personal interests. Arguably, this is a tall order where millennials are concerned, but history is replete with examples of the power of education to establish new perspectives. Before Hitler rose to power, he understood very well the sphere of influence and used it to coerce the mind of the youth in building the Third Reich. The communist bloc is no different. The inculcation of their citizens is so deep that their outlook is outrageously detached from reality. The bottom line is that change can be done, whether by singular action or by a collective push. The necessity for change cannot be set aside for another day. Responsible people cannot keep a blind eye and disregard the writings on the wall. Empty rhetoric by demagogues to keep the old order should not cloud our ability to dispense better judgment. At the end of the day, the only option worthy to take, which resonates with necessity, is that change is coming. By joining hands to pursue innovation and transformation, to pursue one vision, anything is possible. To entertain doubt is to break commitment from a noble undertaking that positively impacts the well-being of the community. Clearly, it will only take one small step to make a lifetime of change. The road ahead may not find favor of the coming change, but like ushering a newborn, the mother has to suffer birth pains before the eventual joy of motherhood.